Good evening, everyone.
Okay.
I would like to bring the November 17th, 2022 meeting of the Interboro Board of School Directors to order. Ms. Caldwell, can we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Willis?
Here.
Mr. Fralinger? Mr. Harris?
Here.
Mr. Goldsboro?
Here.
Ms. Joseph?
Here.
Ms. Fagan? Mr. Evans?
Here.
Mr. Chabot?
Here.
Mr. Phelps?
Here. And can we have the invocation of the pledge, please?
Yes, sir. Heavenly Father, please hear our prayer. Bless all schools, colleges, and especially the Interboro School District. And grant to this board in their deliberations this evening the spirit of wisdom, truth, and knowledge. What is undertaken always be done in charity and in peace, and what we do might be for the benefit of others. All this we ask in your name. Amen. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First up, we'll have our reports from the student representatives.
Good evening. For the kindergarten, we had a wonderful kindness day on Friday where students celebrated and recognized kindness throughout the day. There were kindness shirts and cardigans throughout the school. As we approach the Thanksgiving holiday, the staff of the Kindergarten and Early Learning Academy are very thankful for everyone that makes it the special place it is. Thank you to the teachers, assistants, office staff, nurses, cafeteria workers, bus drivers, parents, and everyone else who helps make our school a great place for children to grow and learn. With report card conferences approaching, the faculty is excited to share with parents the students' academic and social emotional growth so far this year.
At Glen Olden School, October was a fun and exciting month. We are not sure how we crammed so much into 1 month, but we did. On Sunday, October 16th, our home and school hosted a trunk or treat event in the schoolyard. It was a great turnout, and the children and adults had fun dressing up and decorating their cars. Our top 3 car winners won various prizes, and some are already planning their theme for next year. Glen Olden had many spirit days during the month of October. On Thursday, October 20th, PBIS hosted their monthly Spirit Day. Students were encouraged to dress up representing various decades. Our halls looked like we entered a time machine, and the 50s, 70s, and 80s were the most popular. The following day, our halls were flooded with Phillies attire as we displayed our support for the Fighting Phillies. On Thursday, October 27th, our halls were flooded once again, but this time with pink to show our support for all the brave men and women fighting or who have fought breast cancer. We didn't stop there with our Spirit Days. On November 1st and 2nd, we were once again given permission to support our Phillies. The cheering in the halls and the smiles on everyone's faces had everyone dancing on their own both days. In the middle of all the Spirit Days, we also had Picture Day, field trips, and of course Halloween. It was great having parents back in the building volunteering, helping with fall celebrations. We also had some furry and spiky visitors visit on November 2nd from Barn Hill Farm. Our 1st through 4th graders did a great job participating in their first assembly in a couple of years. We closed out the month of October honoring our Student of the Month recipients. The students who were chosen represent fairness and justice towards all. This coming month, students are focusing on the virtue thankful. Every day, our students and staff are encouraged to remind themselves of at least one thing or person they are thankful for throughout the month.
For Norwood School, on Wednesday, October 19th, Norwood School recognized Unity Day with staff and students wearing orange to show their support against bullying. Teachers shared a short video and discussed the meaning behind the day with the students. On Friday, October 28th, students participated in a Fall Fit Festival. Elementary school students attended different stations of cooperative games, football, bounce houses, hay rides, face painting, arts and crafts, rock wall climbing, cornhole, etc. on the school grounds, while middle schoolers were bused to the South Avenue fields and participated in recreation stations of running, soccer, kickball, wiffle ball, cornhole, can jam, volleyball, spike ball, and more. Students had a lot of fun outside of the classroom, being active and healthy. On Friday, October 28th, our HMS held a trunk or treat at Norwood School. It was well attended and lots of cars were decorated for the kids. Our elementary school students had a Halloween parade on Monday, October 31st. They walked outside around the building and families were able to attend and watch a parade. Halloween parties were held in most classrooms following the parade. Also, on Monday, October 31st, our middle school students were able to attend a Halloween dance by using 5 of their gold coins that they earned from PBIS. The dance was held in the gym and the students had a great time. Some of our students were dressed in Halloween costumes. Our trimester PBIS Elementary Awards ceremony was held on Friday, November 4th in our gym. Many of the students' parents were able to attend.
For Prospect Park, October was a busy month. During the month, we have turned Prospect Park into Red October in celebration of the Philadelphia Phillies. We had many dress-down days to show our support for our favorite baseball team. In addition, we held a $1 dress-down day to raise money to donate for breast cancer awareness in honor of our very own Mrs. Lacey. The students and staff looked amazing dressed in their pink gear. Our middle school participated in the Safe to Say Assembly and learned about the importance of reporting concerns to trusted adults or using the online tool to report information anonymously. Our PBIS team, along with our middle school staff, worked hard to put together the first middle school reward day, which was a trip to Elmwood Zoo and ziplining. The students and staff all had a great time. Throughout the month, our PBIS team held the Gertrude Hawk fundraiser in order to fund more fun throughout the school year for our students and staff. Our student council was busy holding afternoon snack sales to sponsor the middle school Halloween dance. The students dressed up and had a night full of fun with their classmates. Lastly, we ended the month with our annual Prospect Park Halloween parade. We had an incredible turnout and it was fun to see all the elementary students dressed up. We look forward to a fun month of November at the Prospect Park School.
At Tinicum, our annual book fair was held on October 3rd to the 7th in the school library. There were many books for the students to choose from and other items like posters and bookmarkers to purchase. We also had our 8th graders helping our younger students pick out books that would interest them. Thanks to Mrs. McLaughlin, our library assistant, for organizing this event. On October 14th, we had our fall fitness event. This event is only for our middle school students and is held at Manor Field. The students participated in a mile run and other fitness activities. On October 27th, Mr. Fanning picked out 5 tickets from our PBIS bucket for 5 students to have a pumpkin painting party with our assistant principal, Mrs. Love, on October 28th. Then on October 31st, we brought back our annual fall festival activities. Our elementary students had their parade in their Halloween costumes, and our middle school students had a Halloween costume contest for the best costume. Our winners were 3rd place, Cynthia Bayers as the Kool-Aid guy, 2nd place, Carson Vaughn as a Blue Man, and 1st place, Dante Morales as the Riddler.
At Interboro High School, first congratulations to the football team on a big win and the winning season thus far this year. The homecoming weekend was a great success. Congratulations to the class of 2023 for winning the float contest, and one more big congratulations to Mona Lehan for being voted homecoming queen and Bob Cresswell for being voted homecoming king. We would like to thank everyone who helped out with homecoming this year. Special thanks to all the chaperones who came out and helped with the dance. On November 5th, we had administered the SATs at the high school. The next SATs will be given at Interboro High School on December 3rd. For the Hall of Fame, congratulations to Michael Mullen, class of 1997, Lou Garrison, class of 1970, and former staff member Steve Selfridge, class of 1996, Robert Martin, community member, John Kalin, community member, and former board member Dave Hyde, staff member. Thanks to Andy Costanzo for welcoming all the new members to the luncheon that was held at the Corinthian Yacht Club on October 19th. Ken Mobley did the blessing. I thanked him also. A big thank you to the Hall of Fame committee for all their hard work during the year. And that concludes our report.
Thank you. Ms. Ryder, do we have any recognition? Moving on to number 4, Mr. Adams, any public comments?
No, sir.
Moving on to number 5.
Motion 5.1 that the following minutes of the regular meeting of the Interboro Board of School Directors held on October 19th, 2022 be approved.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. We now hear from our solicitor, Mr. Guccio.
Thank you, Mr. President. Last Thursday, November 10th, with the assistance of Superintendent Riley, Mr. Galloway, the administration, the district's architect and engineers. An Act 34 hearing was held here in this room. The purpose of the Act 34 hearing is to advise the public of the plans for the renovation of the high school as well as the costs for that, and public has the opportunity to comment as well as submit written comments up through December 4th here at 4 p.m. I think that's the date. I'll clarify that if I'm incorrect. Additionally, my office, between last month and this month, attended the PSBA Council of School Attorney Legal Conference, which is the opportunity to gain your continuing legal education focused solely on education, the recent developments in the law, thrilling topics such as right to know law and First Amendment, and how the conduct of meetings has changed. So those were some of the topics. That would be my report this evening, Mr. President. Thank you kindly.
Moving on to number 7, Mr. Evans.
From the Office of Finance, motion 7.1 that the Treasurer's report for the month ending October 31st, 2022 be approved.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Next motion, Mr. Evans.
Motion 7.2, the fund disbursements in the amount of $4,826,721.03 be approved.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. It looks like there's no correspondence, Mr. Evans.
No, sir.
Okay. Moving on to number 9, committee reports. First up, we'll have Mr. Schiavone, Finance.
Thank you, Mr. Phelps. The Finance Committee met on Monday, November 7th. We had a quick meeting. A couple of the items were the introduction to the 23-24 budget. We presented the base index, which is a 4% tax increase with an adjusted index of 5.4. Those are state numbers that are provided to us. It should be noted the school board has not gone that high in the last 10, 12 years. The increase in the last 5 years have ranged from 2.35% to 2.95%. In that conversation, we also discussed the budget timeline, which is beginning. Marty, Mr. High School, the finance director, and Mrs. Riley are going to be beginning preliminary budgets for us in January, having conversations with the directors to do line item budgets, with the end goal in June passing a final proposed budget. We also discussed the independent audit, which has been being conducted. We have an audit meeting on December 5th before the reorganization meeting to review the draft audit financial statements. And then preliminary financial statements were also made available. And that was it. The meeting was quick, probably 15, 20 minutes. Thank you, Mr. Phelps.
All right, moving on to 9.2, legislative, Mr. Willis.
Yes, thank you. 11-9, we have the Legislative Council meeting. This was very similar to the last meeting. The legislation is out. The meeting was held right after the election, so there wasn't a lot that had changed. We had some new bills that we talked about, or not really new bills. Senator Mastriano has a bill expanding the opportunity for school staff to carry guns. That may be advanced in the Senate, but we don't expect it to go anywhere beyond that. He has another bill, Senate Bill 139, mandatory 9/11 annual in-school commemoration. That might advance. It would require schools to observe a moment of silence on 9/11 and offer other PDE-developed curriculum. The PDSA Legislative Platform Committee opened up for submissions to Delaware County. Radnor had one submission adopted for the upcoming year's legislative platform. It called on the state to provide funding and support initiatives to increase diversity in educator pipeline and workforce. Haverford submitted 2 proposals, one calling for additional funding and initiatives to support student mental health, and the other was to support common sense gun safety reforms as schools alone can't deter shootings. PSBA denied both. PSBA's member-approved legislative platform determines what positions PSBA takes when the education legislation is introduced. All school boards can submit board-approved platforms for consideration by the committee. The next legislative council meeting will be December 14th at 7:45.
Thank you, Mr. Willis. Moving on, 9.3, Delaware County Community College, Mr. Goldsboro.
Thank you, Mr. Phelps. Just one quick thing. I have, there will be an in-person meeting for the liaison members on Wednesday, December 7th. I plan on being there in attendance, and I'm sure I'll have a report for December.
Great, thank you, Mr. Goldsboro.
Yep.
9.4, Delaware County IU, Mr. Harris.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Delaware County Intermediate Board of Directors met on November 2nd, 2022. Approve a contract with Garnet Valley School District 2 for the DCI to provide threat assessment consultation services. Approve the receipt of Chester Upland School District Annual Title I and Title II non-public allocations for the DCIU to provide training, coaching, staffing, and professional development services based on the contract. Provide a contract with Penn-Delco School District for computer service repairs. Approve a contract with Chester Upland School District for computer services repairs. Approve appointment of John Reed as the Assistant to the Executive Director for Student Services. Approve the appointment of Stacy Delaney as the Practical Nursing Program Supervisor. Approve Delaware County Intermediate Units Comprehensive Plans from 2022 to 2025. This is the biggest one. Ready for this one now? I'm going to mess it up too. Approve the recommendation to the Upper Darby School District Board to appoint Mr. Ed Harris, Interboro School Board, to the Delaware County Area Vocational Technical Authority Board for a 5-year term effective January 1st, 2023 to January 1st, 2028. The next DCI Board Directors meeting will be December 7th at 6:45, and everybody's welcome. That's all.
Thank you, Mr.
Another
Harris.
board. So I'll have another report.
Moving on to 9.5, before Mr. Harris gets another report. Capital Improvement Committee, Mr. Evans.
Nothing to report at this time. Nothing.
Thank you. We move on to, at this time, our student reps can be excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to number 10, personnel, Mr. Evans.
Motion that the following personnel actions be approved. Motion 10.1 on page 2 and 10.10 on page 5.
Second.
Motions have been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried 7-0. Next motion, Mr. Evans.
Motion to regret that the following retirements be approved. Motion 11.1, Rose D'Amelio, bus driver with transportation with 13 years of service to the district, be approved for retirement effective November 23rd, 2022.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Myself, I would just like to thank Mr. Medio for his service to the district. 13 years is a long time to be driving a bus. Putting up with the kids and stuff, it's got to be tough. So I'm glad she lasted that long. Any other comments? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 7-0. Next motion, Mr. Evans.
From the Office of Curriculum and Instruction, motion that the following items be approved, 12.1 to 12.7 on page 6.
Second.
Motions have been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion's carried 7-0. Next motion, Mr. Evans.
From the Office of Special Education Pupil Services, motion that the following items be approved, 13.1 on page 6 to 13.9 on page 7.
Second.
Motions have been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion's carried 7-0. Next motion, Mr. Evans.
From the Office of Technology, motion that the following items be approved. 14.1 on page 7 to 14.3 on page 8.
Second.
Motions have been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion's carried 7-0. Next up, Mr. Evans.
From the Office of Finance, motion 15.1 that the Board of School Directors authorize the district solicitor to settle the tax appeal folio 33-00-01136-00.
Second.
Motions have been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 7-0. Next motion, Mr. Evans.
Motion 16 that the Board of School Directors approve Robert Kelly to attend the annual PASPA conference in Lancaster, PA on February 22nd to the 24th, 2023, at a cost not to exceed $1,200 to be paid with district funds.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 7-0. Next motion, Mr. Evans.
Motion 17 that the Board of School Directors approve the contract amendment B with Burchard Blackburn, Transportation Consultant, to assist with the day-to-day operations of the Interboro Transportation Department during the 2022-2023 school year. Contract amendment B not to exceed an additional $15,000 to be paid from district funds.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 7-0. Next motion, Mr. Evans.
Motion 18 that the Board of School Directors approve the amendment to agreement for retainer services between Dewey Engineering and Interboro School District to provide assistance, preparation, and submittal services as it applies to the Redevelopment Assistance Capital Program grant for the Interboro High School renovations and additions project.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 7-0. Next motion, Mr. Evans.
Motion 19 is a roll call motion that the Board of School Directors move to disenroll student number 19854 for failing to establish residency in the Interboro School District under Pennsylvania law, and to authorize the Board President and Board Secretary to sign the adjudication.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, Ms. Caldwell, could we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Willis?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mr. Goldsboro?
Yes.
Ms. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Chabot?
Yes.
Mr. Phelps?
Yes. Motion carries 7-0. Okay, do we have any old business? Hearing none, we will now hear from our superintendent, Ms. Rowland.
Thank you, Mr. Phelps. First, I would like to congratulate Ms. Kim Boswell, who was approved tonight by the board as the principal of Prospect Park School. So congratulations, Kim. Well-deserved, very hardworking, and very dedicated to the students and staff at Prospect Park School. She's an excellent addition to our administrative team. So I'm happy that this happened this evening. For parents, conferences are just around the corner. All students in grades pre-K to 8 are off November 21st and 22nd for conferences. The high school also has conferences on November 22nd from 6 to 8 p.m. Report cards are being mailed out to all students. If you did not have a conference already scheduled but have questions or concern about your child's report card, please contact the school office or your child's teacher directly. Interboro High School's theater department is proudly presenting Breaking the News, which opens this evening and runs through November 19th. I'd like to wish the cast and crew and Miss Rosemary Haley, who is the theater director this year, the best of luck on the performance. Tickets can be purchased online or at the door. On election day, Interboro High School students volunteered at the polls to assist community members. It was great to walk into the buildings that day and see our students participating in this process. So I would like to just give a recognition to the students and recognize them. I wanted to read their names. Samir Mosley, Abu Kamara, Abdul Kamara, Amani Harris, Fiona Hennings, Kennedy Ballack, Joyce Adamu, Dominic Gunter, Tulu Awayedmi, Yasir Milan, Kaylee Wagner, Kim Nugent, Ebenezer Afane, Jada Taborn, and Michael Jones. I know in speaking with a number of our board members who were at the polls and community members, the students really made an impact and really did do an excellent job to help keep the process running smoothly. As most of you know, the Interboro Bucks football team has made it to the first round of the state finals. This has been an incredible accomplishment. We are so proud of our team under the coaching leadership of Dennis Lux. This Saturday, we play in the first round against Monsignor Bonner at 1 o'clock at Ridley High School. It would be wonderful to have all of our community members come out and support the team. Because this is a PIAA game, tickets have to be purchased online. You cannot purchase tickets at the field that day. But we would love to see everybody to come out and again support the team. I'm not going to speak about anything beyond Saturday, so we'll make some announcements following whatever the result is after the game on Saturday. But I want to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rao. Do we have any comments from any board members? Okay, hearing none. Please visit the Interboro School District website at www.interboro.sd.org for further information on the meetings listed below. On Monday, December 5th, 2022, a board reorganization meeting will be held at the Administration Building at 7 p.m. The next work session of the Interboro Board of School Directors will be held virtually on Monday, December 19th, 2022 at 7 p.m. The next regularly monthly public meeting of the Interboro Board of School Directors will be held at the Administration Building on Wednesday, December 21st, 2022 at 7 p.m. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving and thank you all for coming.